Let's start with revenue growth this quarter for pharma companies. Average growth is expected to be in single digits, with the street anticipating anywhere from a flat performance to around a 7 to 8% year-on-year growth on an average. Now, one of the reasons is India, where growth is likely to come in flat due to a high base, as many companies sold a large number of COVID-19 drugs in the same time last year. An example is Cipla, where the street is anticipating anywhere between an 8 to even 20% decline in India's sales year-on-year. However, companies such as Torrent as well as Eris, with a chronic heavy portfolio in India, that is drugs which are used for long-term illnesses such as diabetes, etc., should do better. The street anticipates 10 to 12% growth year-on-year for the India business for the likes of Eris as well as Torrent. US markets are likely to see a muted Q-on-Q growth, as pricing pressure is expected to be between 5 to 7% and is likely to weigh. However, watch for price pressure being offset by sales of specific drugs by few companies such as Dr. Reddy's hard drug, Vascepa generic, Cipla's Lanreotide, which is for neuroendocrine tumors, Natco's Revlimid generic, and Sun Pharma's specialty portfolio of drugs such as Ilumya as well as their eye drug Sequoia. Now, margins are expected to be weighed down year-on-year, led by elevated raw material costs, freight costs, all this further impacted by the lockdowns that we saw in China. Estimates are that margins could probably decline by over 150 basis points on a year-on-year basis. However, watch for Q-on-Q margin improvement. The weaker revenue growth and margin pressures are likely to weigh on profits. Lastly, commentary is critical for pharma companies. The street will watch for updates on Biocon closing their deal with Viatris, recent and pending inspections by the US FDA, and a launch pipeline in the US, such as Biocon's cancer biosimilar bevacizumab and Cipla's inhaler Advair generic, and the generic version of the cancer drug Revlimid by both Cipla and Dr. Reddy's. And obviously, factors such as Aurobindo's plans to enter or to scale up in the domestic market. Let's leave you, as always, with the valuations of the pharmaceutical companies, which have corrected quite significantly.